Have you ever heard this soundbite before? You may have heard it off of like TikTok or the new movie trailer that came out, the 28 years later. And when I heard that, I thought it would be really cool to use it for something of my own. But I didn't have any good like video or anything to put over it. And then I remembered my roommate Jared. He was in the military. So I took his GoPro footage and I want to walk you through how I made this. Step one is to add in the audio from the actual poem, which is this here. So the reason why this is the first step is because with each word where he says boots, 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 I wanted to be able to change the image that was on screen. So I needed the audio to go in first in order to add video on top of it. What I did for the videos was, if you see here, Jared had a ton of footage. Now I could have gone through and watched through all of the videos, right? And found out things that went along with the poem. But instead, what I did is I would just pull random clips. So then that was my next step, was adding in the footage and having the scene change every time the words like boots were said. I left some longer parts for when he was reading more of the poem, and then it would do quick changes for when he would just say boots or men or try, things like that. After I added in the main audio and then the footage, I wanted more out of the audio. I wanted it to feel more intense and more disturbing. So what I did is I took the person who's reading the poem, I took his voice out of the music and then put it just here. This is just his voice without the music.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9, and...
It sounds kind of weird, but that's also because I added on surround sound. So what that does is it just takes the audio and it moves it around your head. Here, I just added in distortion onto his voice.
For some bits, he speaks lower.
Other bits, it's an echo. At this part, what I did was I took his voice and I just put it normally, but I put it multiple times. I did all that to make it sound more distorted and whatnot. I felt like it didn't feel intense enough. So I went ahead and grabbed another music piece to put over it. So we have more music as well. And then halfway through the video, I put in a clock that'll start ticking just to make it seem urgent, like to build tension and to have like urgency almost, you know? This is what it sounded like before.
Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge.
This is what it sounds like once you add in all these extra audio clips.
Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
Now, you may be looking at this right here and wondering, why is there white noise? So right here in this little drop off, you'll see that it becomes black, right? And I'll show you that.
Discharge in the war.
Now, when it becomes black right there and the audio goes really low, some people might see that as the video's over. And to not get people to lose interest, I went ahead and added in this, which just makes a whole bunch of like words pop up on the screen, make it look all staticky. So I put that in here just so people will know that's not the end. And it also kind of becomes the turning point for when the video becomes even more disturbing and intense. If this is just in here by itself, just this footage, without the white noise, this is what it will look and sound like. So then we add in the white noise.
In the war. Pride.
See how cool that is? Because then it adds in that whole new level of the static being in there. And then I have it fade out slowly. So then it's not like an immediate drop off of the audio. So then it's not going and then just hard stop. So I have it fade out slowly. So then it also fades into the rest of the audio. Next step was to cut out the people or the background. I don't know which one you'd call it. So this is a compound clip. What that means is that there's more footage inside of this. I just compressed it together so it all stays in one place together, if that makes sense. So then in the compound clip, I have all of these extra additives to this video to make them stay in one place together. So this is me cutting out the foreground as well as like just the people in the background. Now, the reason why I did this is because I wanted to add text to go along with the poem. So when it says boots, 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 it'll be behind all of the people, but I also wanted just the people to be distorted. So not all of the background. It just adds like an extra layer, right? If I had these effects on everything, the foreground, the background, the people, it would look flat. Now it's time to add in that text that I was talking about. And let me go ahead and show you what the text would look like with the audio and the cutout of the people that I was talking about.
5, 9, and 20 miles today, 4, 11.
See how it looks like it's behind them? Another thing that I did for all of the captions here is I changed the font for every single word. Not every word, but for most of the words, the font changes just to add in variety and not make it feel as bland. Now, you may have noticed that some of the words were red right here. This is my favorite part of the whole video, is right here, because I have this guy completely distorted, and then I have all these words popping up on the screen, and it's just so intense. It's just so intense, and I love this part. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. I have all of these words start becoming more and more red until you hit lunatic, and it's almost black because it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Now for this part, I took the text, and it starts out small, and it starts to grow as the video goes on. It feels intense, right? But I want to make it look intense. So I added on a camera shake, which just happens at certain points in the video. Let's go ahead and look at this. See? It's that easy to make something feel intense. Now you may be looking at this and being like, I don't feel nothing, and that's okay, I guess. I personally like it. I don't really care if you do or not. This is something that I love, and if you have any ideas that you think would make this be better, go do it yourself. I mean, this took me probably like 2 hours to edit this whole video. All right, and pretty much I think that's finished. I think I explained everything. Last bit was just movie bars to make it the movie trailer. So now's the time to go ahead and watch it, I guess. So enjoy my finished product.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9, and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with washing them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Try to think of something different. Oh, my God, keep me from going lunatic. Boom, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17,